Welcome to the Indian River County Chamber of Commerce candidate interview series. I am Andrea Beam. I'm the president of the Indian River County Chamber, and I am joined today by Brooks Robinson, candidate for County Commission District 2. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. So would you like to start out by telling our viewers a little bit about yourself and what brought you here?
Sure. My name is Brooks Robinson. I have the privilege of being born and raised in Vero Beach. My family moved here in the 1970s to start a trucking company that serviced the citrus and agriculture. Things have changed. We're now mostly a services business and have offices, about 12 of them all over the country. So that's the business that I work in now. I was very fortunate to be able to come back and have that job here. I'm the third generation of the family that works in the business, be able to raise my son in this community and hopefully have a long, happy life here.
Great. Nice. So what motivated you to run for county commission in this term, and what would be your top priorities if you were elected?
Sure. So having grown up here, I saw the growth. I remember when the mall was built. I remember when State Road 60 was like 2 lanes and not 6 lanes kind of thing. And in the last few years, it seems like the growth has been maybe getting ahead of putting the cart in front of the horse kind of thing. So I wanted to run to be the person that makes sure that the growth we're experiencing is high quality growth, that it's improving the character of the community, not exploiting it, and that we maintain a high quality of life for the families that live here. Top priorities, first has got to be economic development. So making sure that the businesses that are here, that we can retain those and help those businesses grow, provide good jobs for our community. But almost more importantly, I might say, is make sure that we can attract other businesses to come here. So there's phenomenal growth across the state. I think we're well suited to attract businesses in aerospace, IT, cybersecurity, defense contractors, the financial services, and other services industries. They're growing to the north of us, to the south of us, and we want to make sure that we can market the county as a place for maybe not the largest of those to come here, but they're service providers or they're parts manufacturers or this sort of periphery businesses that support the larger ones, that this is a place that they could have those businesses.
Okay. It's kind of a great segue into our next question, but did you have something else you wanted to add on that?
Well, you said top 3 priorities,
so
I'll round out the question for you.
Sure.
Second would be make sure the county's spending and operating efficiently. So make sure that the dollars that we're spending are actually creating value for the community, make sure that we have the expertise within the county that we can make the decisions that we need and not be reliant upon consultants to tell us exactly what we should and shouldn't be doing. Make sure that the building department, the permitting department, inspections are operating efficiently and not a drag on businesses that have opportunities to grow in our community. Lastly, and this they all wrap together, is make sure that we're planning our growth responsibly. So tell people what the growth is going to look like, get the residents to understand that, to buy into it, get their input, make sure that we're reflecting their wishes and desires, and plan the infrastructure to support that. Don't get behind on those things. And really, like I had said before, just make sure that we keep the character of this community.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So back to your first kind of point about economic development. As you know, the Chamber of Commerce represents the business community here in Indian River County. So what do you feel is the role of the County Commission in supporting our local small businesses, helping them thrive, as well as attracting quality employers to our area?
Sure. I see it first, the County Commission builds sort of a foundation or a framework, right? Make sure that we get the planning done and executed properly, make sure we get the infrastructure planned and executed properly, make sure, again, that the services the counties are providing, whether it be permitting or licensing, make sure that those are operating efficiently, cost effectively, and are not holding businesses back. Particularly if local businesses have an ability to grow, let's not let the government be the thing that stands between them and growth. Secondly, I would say the county has a role in making sure that it's marketing Indian River County as a whole, as a place for people to live and work, right? And so that can be marketing from a tourist perspective, encouraging people to come here and see the community. I think there's a lot of people that live here now that came here as a tourist or as an invited guest of someone who lives here and then said, this is a beautiful place and now I want to live here. and that sort of thing. Marketing it to businesses that are open to either building new divisions or moving their company from one state, maybe that's a high tax, high reg state, to a low tax, low reg state. Make sure we're in the room when those conversations are happening, whether it be at conferences or if there's businesses that have said they're open to moving. Let's send them information and make sure that they see that the county government is paying attention to businesses, that this is a good place to do that. And lastly, the county commission, I think, has a role in bringing all the various sort of stakeholders together, right? Getting other municipalities, business owners, residents' concerns, the chamber, any other factors that want to come together, make sure that we have conversations, that if we're making a decision to approve something, or if we're making a decision to market something, that everybody has buy-in. You're not going to always get everybody to agree, but at least you all can have a conversation with sort of, I guess you call the county kind of the lead government, and then sort of the sub parts all understand what, we're all going to row in the same direction on this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. So in your district, District 2 includes much of the North County, so up towards Sebastian, a lot of residential, also some of the Barrier Island and the Lagoon. So what in your particular district do you see are the opportunities and the challenges coming up in the next 4 years?
Yeah, so I take a slightly zoomed out view a little bit. So I think almost all the opportunities and challenges are kind of countywide challenges and opportunities, right? So when I look at where we are, we have fantastic growth at the airport with the airlines. Now, it's more efficient to bring people in and out. Of course, you have Melbourne as well. If you're in the north end of the county, you're 30 minutes to either airport. That's a very easy way to travel. What we have going on at Dodgertown is going to continue to be a way to bring tourists in, to bring business in, and another way to soft market the county for people to see it. The lagoon and the beaches have got to be sort of priority one on that, right? So people come to boat, come to fish, come to go to the beach, whether it be for vacation, relaxation, you name that. We have to make sure that we keep those clean and accessible. For the people that live here, if they're clean and accessible, it keeps real estate values up, it encourages people to move here, and it's good for the environment. It's good for everybody's health to make sure those are taken care of. Mm-hmm. I think our last opportunity, sort of in thinking about it, would be our proximity to growth. So you've got, the Space Coast above us, which has got all the defense and SpaceX and all that, and you got south of us, all Wall Street South. So again, maybe we're not going to attract the biggest players, but maybe people who work in those industries who want to live in a less dense, higher quality community, they'll move here and they'll raise their kids here, and they'll be patrons at our local businesses and help us grow that way. I think our real challenges are going to be making sure that we get the growth right, that we don't have sprawl where it's just miles and miles of homes. We have to have grocery stores and retail spaces and gas stations and doctors' offices for people to be able to go to, and the infrastructure to support all of that. I think making sure, there will be environmental challenges, right? We've seen the lagoon goes through cycles. It seems like we're making improvements right now, but that's not a 1 year, one fix. Like it's going to take decades of commitment to make sure that we continue to improve the water quality and the seagrass and the fish life and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. So make sure that we are cleaning the water that's going into it, keeping the water that's in it clean to the best of our ability, but also the water we're pulling out of the ground, make sure that we're managing that responsibly. I think water is going to be one of our biggest challenges going forward.
Yeah, I agree. So if elected, what would success look like for you in your first term, and how do you measure your effectiveness as a commissioner?
Sure. So I guess if I get reelected, I did a pretty good job, right? Making sure that we collected fair money, spent it fairly, and we can show and demonstrate the value of what we spend the taxpayer dollars on, right? I think that would be sort of project number one. Did we tell you what our plan for growth was going to be, whether it be for roads or for communities or for land preservation, and did we execute that? And can we demonstrate what the value of what we did was? I think, do we have more businesses? Do we have more people? Do we have a broader GDP of the community? Then I would say we had, I had a successful first term.
Mm-hmm. Great. So any final closing thoughts you would like to let your viewers know? Anything else about you?
Yeah, well, thank you for giving me an opportunity to sit down and talk to you and to all the chamber businesses and anybody who's able to watch this. I assume we're going to put these on social media, right?
Yeah, it'll be the chamber website and YouTube.
Okay,
and,
very good.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm Brooks Robinson. I'm running for Indian River County Commission District 2. I'm a lifelong resident of the community. I love the place that I call home. I'm raising my family here. I'm building my business here, and we have been for 3 generations. I think that gives me a unique view. I think I'm the only candidate who can say that, right? And I want to make sure that that if elected, I'm the guy that fights for this community, make sure that it can grow, but it can grow in a way that benefits all of us.
Great.
Thank you.
So I just want to thank you for taking your time to be here with us today and helping our viewers and the voters be more informed in their decision. And also thank you for your willingness to serve the people of Indian River County. So it was nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. Thanks.
All right. Yep.